for Radio New Zealand News at 4. I'm Warwick Burke. Auckland police are searching for an armed man who's on the run, carrying what witnesses say looks like an assault rifle. Another man has a head wound after shots were heard in the Auckland suburb of Orake just before 1 o'clock this afternoon. The man's been taken to Auckland Hospital, but his injuries are not believed to be serious. The police say they cordoned off the area around Kupe Street in Orake, but didn't find the shooter. They believe they know the name of the person responsible for the shooting and say they're using cell phone technology to track him down. The police are warning elderly Aucklanders to keep their doors closed to strangers after the 8th home invasion in less than a week. An elderly Pakaranga woman was tied up with shoelaces and assaulted with a weapon at her home last night. The police say the Maori or Polynesian man forced his way into the house on the pretext of warning about security problems in the area. Pharmac will fund a new drug to fight heart disease. The government's drug buying agency will spend $14.3 million a year on ticagrelor, which is being described as a new generation blood-thinning drug. Pharmac estimates that 3,300 people in the first year and up to 12,000 by the 5th year will benefit from the funding of the drug. The number of Australian soldiers killed in Afghanistan has risen to 40, with the death of a Special Forces soldier killed by small arms fire in the south of the country. The Chief of Australia's Defence Force, David Hurley, says the troops have been trying to disrupt an insurgent network. General Hurley praised the fallen soldier, who was on his 5th tour of duty in Afghanistan and had also served in Iraq and East Timor. The road to Milford Sounds reopened for the first time in a month after engineers confirmed it's safe from rockfalls. Several cameras are monitoring the rockfall site, and the road will be closed at night as it can't be monitored in the dark. That's the news.
This week on Nights, Ruth Van Rieken on Third Culture Kids. That is children born to expat parents who don't fit in back home or in the new country, but then maybe they're at the forefront of a new global culture. Matt Vance will tell us how to sail a boat, or at least write a book about it. And Simon Harding talks about London's criminals and their gangs. This week on Nights with me, Brian Crump, after the news at 7 on Radio New Zealand's National.
Well, we've reached the time of the afternoon for the 2 forecasts from Met Service, the general prospects firstly, and then we'll move on to the mountains. So for Northland and Auckland, showers and possibly heavy with hail at first, clearing this evening. A few showers returning tomorrow morning, mainly in the west. Coromandel Peninsula and in the west from Waikato to Taranaki, including Taumarunui. A few showers clearing today, then returning about the coast tomorrow. Gisborne to Wairarapa, showers clearing this evening. Bay of Plenty, Taupo and Taihape to Kapiti and Wellington. Mainly fine with frost overnight. A possible shower tomorrow afternoon in Taihape. Nelson and from Marlborough to Central and North Otago, fine. Frosty inland, severe in places. Bulla and Westland, mainly fine. A few coastal showers north of Puketika from this evening. Dunedin, Crutha, Southland and Fiordland. Showers with strong southwesterlies, but long fine spells as well in Dunedin. The Chatham Islands, showers, strong southwesterlies developing. North Island mountains, the Rokumara to the Kaimanawa ranges. Showers with snow above 900 metres clearing this evening. Remaining North Island mountains, isolated showers clearing this afternoon and becoming fine. A few showers returning in the morning about Egmont National Park and a possible shower in Tongariro National Park tomorrow afternoon. Winds, fresh southerlies, tending southwest tomorrow. The freezing level about 1,200 metres, rising to 1,600 tomorrow, Monday. Over to the South Island to Kahurangi National Park, mostly fine, a few showers developing in the west this evening. The Fiordland Mountains, showers mainly in the south with snow above 900 metres. Remaining South Island mountains, fine. Winds, southwesterly, becoming strong in Fiordland and at the high levels elsewhere. The freezing level about 1,200 metres. We'll have news in detail, including sport and another look at the weather at 5.
Thank you, Warwick. Ngā mihi o Puanga Matariki. This is Sport Tonight on Radio New Zealand's National. I'm Katrina Batten. Recuperative Winter is the subtitle of today's program from our CBC Matthew Lecture Series, Winter, 5 Windows on the Season by Adam Gopnik. Given that he's a Northern Hemisphere writer, it's not surprising that Christmas is the the forefront as he goes over the cultural and social history of winter festivals and holidays. The Massey lecture in just a moment.